This is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you guys, and it's all about starting seeds. I know, one of the challenges you and I may have is actually when you plant your seeds in a little six-pack and you forget to water them. And guess what? This is what happens. They don't make it. Plants need water just as much as we need water. And I want to remind everybody to drink a lot of water each and every day. Our bodies are 70 to 75% water, and if we don't have at least that higher moisture content, we're not going to be as healthy as we could. And if you don't give your plants enough water, they're going to turn brown, shrivel up, and then they're not going to produce food for you like they should either. So what we're going to talk today about is one way, and actually a unique and innovative product that's going to allow you to ensure your plants always get watered for up to a week and maybe even more without you having to think about it. And that's what I like. I like gardening tools and creating systems so that you could do less work and eat more food. So the first thing I want to talk about is these little six packs here. So these little six packs here, what this is made out of is they're made out of plastic, and I don't advocate the use of plastic, although here in my little greenhouse all my little containers are plastic, and I always encourage you guys to do the best you can. I by no means am a plastic-phobe. Some people just shun all plastics, and I try to minimize the use of my plastic, and all these guys, I don't buy brand new ones. I always reuse them after plant starts I buy. I save them and then I reuse the container. So like I'm not, purchasing new plastic per se. I'm purchasing the plants that come in the little plastic. And I always encourage you guys, if you don't reuse them, to give them back to a nursery or a place that can reuse them, or put them up for free on Craigslist after you collect a bunch if you don't want to keep them around your house for planting your plants out, instead of throwing them in the garbage. The garbage is just a waste. I mean, where does it go when you throw it away? Ever thought about that? Well, anyways, so I'm not a big fan of plastic, but I do what I got to do to grow food, and plastic makes it possible. That being said, I want to show you guys new and different ways that don't use plastic and are smarter. And also, I don't want this to happen to you guys, whether you overwater or underwater or don't water, So that's what I'm going to show you guys today, is a new product that I just got. Actually, I haven't even opened the box yet. And I did show this to you guys at the last 2012 Heirloom Expo, which is actually coming up really soon, September. So be sure to mark your calendars for that third annual Heirloom Expo. I'm going to be speaking there, and I encourage you guys to come out too. If you go to one gardening event all year, it should be the Heirloom Expo, in my opinion. It's going to take place in Santa Rosa, California, just about an hour north of San Francisco. All right, so the product we're going to have today is right here in this little box. Let's go ahead and open the box up. And let's see, as long as I didn't break it by punching the box. And what we have here is right here. This is actually called the Orta Self-Watering Seed Starter. Comes in a nice packaging here, cardboard and paper, and nothing man-made in here, man. This is all paper and real stuff. Check it out. This is a nice ceramic pot. So this ceramic pot is a special pot. It's actually handcrafted, hand-designed, and actually it's finished. And what this does, this is a self-watering container. So let me explain how this works. I mean, you guys can't see the inside of it because it's a whole piece. But basically, it's has a nice finish on the outside, so that makes the outside and the bottom all waterproof. And then this part in here is not finished. So what happens is you take out this little cork. It'd be cool if these corks are like recycled wine corks. And you take out the cork, and then there's a little reservoir that you could fill up in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to fill the reservoir up with some water. So I conveniently have some water. And while I'm talking about water, when you fill up the reservoir, I highly encourage you guys not to use tap water. Tap water has chlorine, maybe fluoride, maybe chloramine, depending on where you live. And, it's not that good for the plants. So I like to use a filtered water. This is actually filtered, and actually I put it in this bottle to make filling easy. As you can see, we're just going to pour the water in there and load it all the way up. Wow, man, that actually holds a lot of water. That holds almost 3/4 of a half liter. What's that, 375 milliliter? It's definitely a lot of water in there. And then we're going to go ahead and put the cork in. Now, once we do that, it should be waterproof. Check it out. It doesn't leak out. So what's going to happen next is that the water is going to basically osmosis through the clay that's not finished, because clay is basically kiln dried soil. I mean, many people might have clay soil. So the water will permeate through here and actually, feed it to the starting seed mix and then your seeds. So what we're going to do next is set this guy up. So the next thing you want to do is we're going to go ahead and put some seed starting mix in here. Now I'm using actually coconut coir and some perlite. You could buy a pre-made seed starting mix, or you could just buy a potting soil mix, or you could just make your own. Really simple, real easy. I'm just going to take some of this and put it in. And you don't really need to use a seed starting mix or, potting soil. I mean, I've used compost before. That being said, we want the soil mixture to hold at least a little bit of water. But pretty much anything will work. If you don't got, the seed starting mix, don't worry about it. Just use some good, finished compost, or mix some compost with the seed starting mixture. Pretty easy. But in general, I like to use a sterile seed starting mix to ensure the optimal level of success. Alright, so as you can see, we got all our little soil in there. Now we're just going to go ahead and put the seeds in. Today we got some kohlrabi early white Vienna. Going to go ahead and open up this packet. And alright, now we're just going to drop in. I'm probably going to drop in like 2 seeds in each little part of the 6-pack. 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll do them like kitty corner. And you can always transplant them out later. So we got all the seeds in there. The next thing we're going to do is just give it a little bit of water. I like to just give it a little bit of water to start it off. That'll help the wicking situation. The other thing that's really nice is that there are holes in the bottom of this, so you will want to put it on a plate if you are putting this inside, because it will drip the water out of the bottom if there's too much water actually in there. Oh, there we go. So check it out. I want to show you guys the bottom there. You can see it just kind of dripping some water out. Pretty much this is self-regulating. So once it's all watered and it dries out a little bit, it's not going to drip, and then now the water from the reservoir is now going to soak through the ceramic and keep the soil just the right moisture level so that your seeds start and germinate. So this is all set up, ready to grow. Get it? Ready to grow. Ready to grow. Got my seeds in there, got the seed starting mix, and got the water in there. Now it's just going to basically water itself, and I won't even have to keep an eye on it. So that's really cool. The other thing you want to know when starting your seeds, another big challenge that people have, in my opinion, are they don't give their seeds enough light. If your seeds don't have enough light, they're going to get long and leggy instead of short, fat, and dumpy. Wait, no, short, fat, and stocky. Sorry. But anyways, I think this Orta seed starting kit, actually it's called the 60, is amazing. I wish they were a little bit less expensive. They are a little bit pricey for what they are, but once again, this thing is ceramic. It's gonna last forever, literally, as long as you don't drop it. Unlike the plastic, actually, this plastic's already starting to crack over here on this side. And then you gotta dispose of it. And where does it go when you throw it away? In the landfill. So anyways, yeah, I like materials, made out of real materials. Definitely this is nice and durable. And and if you want to label what you are grown in here, you could write on the white glaze with a Sharpie marker, and it should wipe off. If it doesn't wipe off, then take like a cotton swab with some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then it'll actually wipe off quite easily. So that's definitely really cool. I really like the Orta kitchen garden sprouter grower. And besides this 60 they have here for starting seeds, they have a single containers for starting and actually growing regular plants indoors if you want to have some house plants. It's probably not super functional for growing like any kind of major vegetables in a big way, but it's definitely a cute curiosity and a really good idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode learning more about the Orta 60 seed starting ceramic kit. If you are interested in purchasing it, please check the link right below. I've negotiated a special 15% off Growing Your Greens discount for you guys, and I know they have limited stock, and they're probably going to sell out after I put this video up, so act fast if you want one. Besides the Growing Your Greens discount that I'll put below, they are also doing a Kickstarter. So right now, I'll also put the link down below for their Kickstarter. If you go to their Kickstarter, you can learn more about the company, learn about this product, how it works, and even better yet, how they're going to make a 12-pack version, which actually I'm quite excited for because, I don't grow food in small ways. I don't usually start just 1 6-pack seeds. I want to start like flats and flats and flats so I could just see myself getting a bunch of different 12-pack, seed starters from Orta and have them all growing, and I just fill the water and I walk away, put them under some good lights, come on, and then I can come back literally in a week and they'll probably be shooting up, sprouted, and soon enough ready to plant out in my garden. Then I can start the whole process over again. I mean, I really like these products that make gardening easy for me, but also for you guys, and I love to share those with you guys because you're not seeing them on any other garden channel because I definitely get around. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode on the Orta 60 kitchen garden starter kit. Once again, my name is John Kohler with growingyourgreens.com. We'll see you next time, and remember, keep on growing.